Imagine this. You're nestled deep in the wilderness, finally enjoying a well-deserved break from the constant buzz of technology. But then, disaster strikes. Your phone loses signal, leaving you completely cut off from the grid. No calls, no texts, not even a way to check that all-important email. Now, this might sound like the plot of a horror movie for some, but for others, it's a chance to truly disconnect. But what if there was an emergency? What if you needed to reach someone urgently? Believe it or not, there are ways to make calls even without a traditional cell signal or internet access. One such option is Ooma, a popular VoIP voice over internet protocol service. But here's the million-dollar question. Can you use Ooma without the internet? That's exactly what we'll be diving into today's video. So, grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and get ready to unlock the secrets of making calls without relying solely on cell towers or Wi-Fi. Before we dissect the internet dependency of Ooma, let's understand what it actually is. Ooma is a home phone service that uses your internet connection to make and receive calls. It essentially routes your calls through the internet instead of traditional phone lines. This can lead to significant cost savings compared to landline providers. But what if the internet goes down? Does that mean your Ooma service goes down with it? Well, that depends. The power of the Ooma Telo. The key to understanding Ooma's functionality without internet lies in a little device called the Ooma Telo. This unassuming box acts as the heart of your Ooma system. It connects to your home router and converts your internet signal into a format compatible with making calls over the internet. Here's the interesting part. The Ooma Telo has a built-in backup system that kicks in if your internet connection fails. This backup system relies on a technology called PSTN, Public Switch Telephone Network, which is the traditional phone network we've all grown accustomed to. Calling without the internet. Here's how it works. So, how exactly does Ooma utilize PSTN as a backup? When your internet connection drops, the Ooma Telo automatically reroutes your calls through the PSTN network. This allows you to continue making and receiving calls using your existing home phone wiring. However, there are a few crucial points to remember. Limited functionality. While you can make and receive calls during an internet outage, some Ooma features like voicemail transcription, call screening, and caller ID may not work. Backup activation time. There might be a slight delay, usually a few seconds, before the Ooma Telo switches to the PSTN network. This means you might miss the initial ring of an incoming call during the switch. Potential charges. Calls made through the PSTN backup may incur additional charges depending on your Ooma plan and the phone number you're calling. Here's why this matters. The ability to make calls without internet access through Ooma's PSTN backup can be a lifesaver in several situations. Imagine a power outage that knocks out your internet but leaves your landline infrastructure intact. With Ooma, you can still reach emergency services or loved ones during such a crisis. Similarly, if you live in an area with frequent internet disruptions, Ooma's PSTN backup provides a layer of peace of mind, ensuring you never completely cut off from communication. But is Ooma right for you? While Ooma's PSTN backup is a valuable feature, it's important to consider your specific needs before opting for this service. If you have a reliable internet connection and rarely experience outages, the benefits of Ooma might not outweigh the limitations of the PSTN backup system. However, if staying connected during internet disruptions is a priority, or if you live in an area with spotty internet access, Ooma's PSTN backup functionality can be a game changer. So, can you use Ooma without the internet? The answer is yes, but with limitations. The Ooma Telo's PSTN backup ensures you can still make and receive calls during an internet outage, but with reduced functionality and potential additional charges. Ultimately, the decision of whether Ooma is right for you depends on your individual needs and priorities. Consider your internet stability, the importance of backup calling functionality, and your budget before making a choice. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and stay connected.